contact between these two. J-Mac struggling on that tire wear. Sky gets a huge run going into that turn. They are both safe, but I'll tell you what, I am getting extremely nervous. 33 of 35. I can't even imagine how J-Mac is feeling, but he is putting the pressure on him, sticking his nose going into the turns. 49er, this is intense.
That was close.
Absolutely
That was close.
intense.
And you don't want to think that J-Mac didn't know he was there, but if he didn't know how close he was, he knows now.
Sky and J-Mac are discussing right now how they're going to make this move, and Sky just goes right underneath J-Mac. I think J-Mac was going a little too hard into that turn with that tire wear. He's off track right now. He just has to hang on to it, guys. It looks like Sky is going to capture this win, and definitely deserved. Doing a great job tonight. J-Mac just says, you know, good effort. You cannot go wrong with how he raced it tonight. Ran a great race, and it's going to capture him a championship.
Absolutely. You know, at the end of the day, you have to keep your eyes on the bigger prize. Yeah, I mean, winning a race and a championship is great. You know, but you know, races are singular, and the championship is the whole series, the whole season. So, yeah, I could see where he would just, you know, he probably would have let him go if there was a chance that it would mess him up, like when Skyland went under him and they both touched. You know, why risk it?
Absolutely. This is the final lap, guys. As soon as Sky crosses that line, he will be your winner here at the Grand Prix of Laguna Seca. J-Mac will come home in second and also clinch that championship for the season. Absolutely incredible. Axe, if he can hold on to it, he is about 3,200 feet behind J-Mac in second. But if he can hold on to it, it'll be another podium finish for this rookie. Let's take a look at our leader, Sky, who has done a fantastic job tonight. Absolutely coming around this final turn. Here he comes down the front stretch here, and Sky is your winner here at the Grand Prix of Laguna Seca. Fantastic race by him. His strategy paid off. And J-Mac, we have a championship winner here. He is going to be your championship winner for Season 3 of the IndyCar Series. Great job to J-Mac. He also takes home second tonight.
We are the champions.
Alright guys, we're going to do a quick mic check. Make sure everything sounds good and is working alright. Alright, everything sounds good. We have 49er here in the booth once again tonight. How are you, 49er?
I am fine. How are you, Frozen?
I'm doing great. I mean, we're here tonight. It's the penultimate race at the Glen. It's exciting stuff, man. So I'm pretty pumped.
The track where dreams are made of, and dashed at the same time.
If you guys missed last week's race, J-Mac has captured the championship title. He is the winner of Season 3. But we do have a lot of other things going on. I mean, there's battle for points here for every other spot. And we also have a team championship to talk about. I mean, very close with points, so we'll talk about that in a second. However, tonight we have a driver spotlight, and it is with Hayden Sammons. He drives for the Redneck Racing in the number 15 car. He's 12th in points with 32 points. So let's give him a big warm welcome here tonight. How are you doing, Hayden Sammons?
I'm doing pretty good. How about you?
I'm doing great. All right. Let's get right into it. For the first question, how long have you been a member of SnB?
Last August, I turned 1 year. 1 year in Shake and Bake, but I really didn't start league racing in here until about the start of the NASCAR Xfinity League in Shake and Bake. So,
very nice. So, yeah. I mean, you've been in here for a while. We just hit the 2-year mark, so You've been in here for a while. It's been awesome having you, of course. Okay, next question. You're at a car dealership and are told you can take home any car that you want. What car are you taking home?
Probably this Chevy Camaro, you know. I was thinking that in my head, I was wanting that car. And it's one of the first ones that ever pops up in my mind. Which car do you want? It's a Chevy Camaro every time.
The
I have
Camaros.
one.
Do you really, 49er?
Yes, I do.
What color?
White with black stripes.
Oh, jealous. And what color would you take,
Oh.
Hayden Salmons?
Orange.
What? I mean, I do love me some orange. Would you have stripes on it? Or no
Probably
stripes?
black stripes.
Yeah, I can totally see that. I like any of those because I love the Camaro, so I'm in that boat right with you. So I hear you on that. All right, for your third question, if you could do a race over, which would it be and why? It can be any league.
Probably the NASCAR Xfinity one, the cutoff race, I believe that was at. I don't know, it was somewhere, I think it was at Talladega, where I lost one position. The game master Monjay, and he got in by 1 point. That made me really salty. I learned on from that, and I got into the round of 8 next year in the Cup Series, so I'll take that.
Definitely. Yeah, you know, there's always some race that you wish you could have a redo, but I mean, there's always next time, and I'm sure you'll get them going into the future. All right, if you could have any job in racing, what would it be?
To be the flag man. It seems so much fun just standing up at the top and waving a flag for about 30 seconds every roughly 100 laps.
I mean, you control when they go and everything. Like, it's based on
Yeah,
what you're doing, so that's kind of cool too. All right, and your last question. What is your favorite type of racing?
Short track racing. Oh, I cannot get enough of short track racing. Just the beating and banging, the amount of just bumping is just amazing. I love that type of racing.
That's kind of cool. I can dig it. I'm not the greatest at short tracks, but they are very cool. Takes a lot of skill and talent, so they are a lot of fun beating and banging out there. I can totally get that. All right, well, that was our interview with Hayden Salmons. And someone... Okay. That was interesting. We'll get right back in here. It just kicked me literally out of everything. That was not very nice. Alright, let me see if I can get back in the party. We'll get back in here. It's gonna take a sec. Technical difficulties. Are you here still? Alright, sweet. So yeah, Kaysen says he even told me he was gonna say that. So yeah, thanks for the interview with that. Oh god, now I'm gonna lose him. Alright, here we go. 49er, I'm having some technical difficulties out here. Someone signed me out of my Xbox and into another one. Like, what is this?
I thought you did that on purpose, so I really didn't say anything, and then I saw,
Okay, so that's not working out. We'll get it here. We'll get it here. Like, what is this doing? Try 10. I swear. Note to self. Do not get on the app because it'll just mess you all up. It'll just mess you all up. So hopefully 49er can send me another invite. This is terrible. But tonight's race, we are doing the penultimate race here at the Glen. It should be very, very cool. A lot of exciting stuff going on. Let me see if I can get this moving. Third try is gonna be the good one. 49er, it is just going downhill, man.
Yeah, you can't be doing that during the race. You can't leave me here by myself.
I know, it's crazy. It's crazy. So I'm just gonna, Hayden Sammons, if you can hear me, you can just go on to that party. I apparently just am having some issues tonight. So, how you doing tonight, 49er?
I was fine till you left twice.
I hear ya. It's brutal. What is this thing doing? Did this really leave again? Okay. So we're gonna have, like, some issues tonight, apparently. Kaysen, we'll get it. We will get it. I don't think I've ever seen anything like this. This is craziness. So stream, I apologize for the technical difficulties. I'm not really quite sure what is going on here, but we will get this moving. Don't ask me. I have no clue. So we'll get 49er in here again. If Hayden Sammons is in your party, Justin, tell him thank you for the interview and it was a lot of fun. Alright, so we're gonna restart this again, but let's talk about last week at Laguna Seca. It was nothing short of amazing. We saw a huge drive for a championship with different strategies in play. J-Mac, he needed just one extra point to clinch the championship, and he did just that with an amazing run, while Sky, who ran a 2 pit stop strategy, he closed in on J-Mac and finally passed him for the race win with only a couple of laps left. There was no cautions, and a huge hopes of clinching a championship, and a race for a win, and it all led to an exciting race. So, great run last week, and all the guys that were driving, they were afraid that it was going to be a boring race, and I can assure you, if you were there, you can agree with me, it was most definitely not a boring race. I mean, these guys had a heck of a run. 49er, I think I heard you in here.
No, you didn't hear me.
I am trying so hard. It does not want me to be in here tonight.
Well,
I don't know.
Whatever it is, better get its crap together.
I know, right? It's crazy. So, tonight, we have 22 laps here at the Glen. I'm thinking a 1 pit stop strategy. It's 3.37 miles. We all know this track. It's the Glen. So, hopefully this will come in hand with these guys running this race. We're missing a few people. 49er, J-Mac, he is running late. He's getting in from work, and so hopefully he will be able to join us for qualifying, and he's going to be cutting it really close. And this is the guy that just won a championship. So hopefully we can get him in here, but it should be a cool night tonight.
I've got to eliminate the noise in the background, so I'll be right back.
It's all good. Combat Beast, thank you so much for the cheers there. I appreciate it. Hope you're doing good. Kaysen, how are ya? I know I've said hi to you so far. Aries, what's up, man? Glad you can be here. These guys are just on track, just running some laps, getting that practice in. The big thing for tonight, though, for qualifying is going to be keeping your lap clean. I mean, it's the same story for each race. However, tonight, it is the Glen. People are used to running here, especially with those people that run it on NASCAR. You can really run it wide going into turn 1, but on here, can't do that and keep it clean, so these guys really have to watch it. Aries, it is a small field. Hopefully we'll get a couple more, but we're down to a field of around 13. So we'll see what happens. 2 have said that they cannot make it tonight. And then we have J-Mac, who might be late going into qualifying, so we'll see what happens.
Do we have any fill-ins tonight?
As far as fill-ins go, I know that we had a couple that might be, but I have to check with Justin to make sure if there is a final count on fill-ins and who would be doing that. But I'm not sure at the moment who that would be. Oh gosh, it's gonna throw me on track. Alright, so let's take a lap around. Since we're out here and it threw me on track. Why not? You guys can see how just awful I am right here. If you take that wide, it will count it as dirty. So they will have to watch that. Going into this bus stop up here. It's another place where we were talking about it earlier. You can either gain a lot of time or you can lose a lot of time. This is one of my weaknesses, guys. These guys are gonna have to do a lot better than what I do. And I'm messing it up because I'm talking at the same time, but you get the point. This is why I'm in the booth. 49er, did you watch the NASCAR race yesterday at Martinsville?
Given that it was at Martinsville, no.
You missed actually a really good race. The ending was crazy. I don't know what I'm talking about because I missed most of it from just minus what people have sent me because I could not watch it because the weather here was absolutely crazy. But the ending, man, I'll tell you what, crazy, crazy stuff. So, this is kind of like the lap around the Glen here. These guys are a lot better. We're going to expect times anywhere from 129, I would assume, to 130s. But we'll see in qualifying what these guys can pull out. Alright, we're going to go ahead and quit this because we should be getting to qualifying quite soon. Put you in the game, coach. Combat Beast, I am not sure. I got to talk to Justin and see what's going on. We do have another one that joined the lobby, Scissor Blades, a veteran driver out there. But these guys should get moving pretty soon. Do we have any subs, Justin? Okay. Alright, 49 this looks like it's going to be our field. A field of 10, and hopefully J-Mac can get in here, so it should be a field of 11. We started off with 18 guys. 18 this season. We have lost quite a few drivers. Some of it was just schedule conflict, and it just happens. It just happens. But next week is going to be our final race of the season, 49er, and it's going to be at Yas Marina. I don't know if you recall the last race at Yas Marina, but it was absolutely amazing. So I am really pumped for that.
You know, I guess the way the season's going and the way the tracks have laid out, you know, it's good that the season is ending. Like tonight, it's Watkins Glen. It's not. I mean, it's not for the faint of heart. It's got too many. It's just got too many turns, and you got to navigate and negotiate and make sure you've got room, and there won't be too much, you know, side by side. But then to end the season on Yas Marina, like, you know, J-Mac's got it all won, but he's still gonna drive like he's in race number 1. So Yas Marina is a good place to end the season.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, the racing there is incredible. It is a hard track, though. So it's really going to showcase their talent and everything that they've learned throughout the season. It's at night. It's just going to be a really cool race. Combat, yeah, I'm not sure that we're going to have any fill-ins for tonight, so we're just going to run with the 10 or 11 that we have. It should be a great field, though. We have the carousel to look at. It looks like we lost a driver. You got the boot down there, so it's going to be a heck of a race to watch out here. 22 laps, like I said. Look for a minute 29 to a minute 30. Let's talk about betting. I'm going to go ahead and open up the bets. So if you do want to place a bet, you can do so. Otherwise, you can wait until after qualifying. That is perfectly fine. I'm going to go ahead and start that. pit stop strategy, I talked about it earlier, 49er, but I think we're going to see only one pit stop strategy. That is if we go green the full time.
Yeah, even though this track has its, ins and outs, left turns, right turns, these guys are familiar with this track. So, whatever pitch strategy they've run before, it'll probably work again. I would love to see, we got excellent driving on everybody's part last week. We didn't have any cautions, so I would love to see that again this week.
Absolutely. They started off with a lot of cautions at the beginning of the season, but once we've gotten down to it and these guys have really gotten used to their driving and we've gotten past those first turn craziness, these guys have really ran very well, and I guarantee tonight will be no different. Hopefully I don't jinx them too much, but we'll see what happens. I think we do have a couple of new paint schemes for tonight too, 49er. I'll have to take a look. I do see J-Mac has entered the lobby, so that is a great thing. He is writing his new paint scheme for Canada, which is pretty awesome.
Attention viewers. Attention viewers. J-Mac has entered the building.
He has entered the lobby. Well, and they are matching too. J-Mac and Justin. Team Racing A Racing, they are matching tonight with Canadian cars. They're showing the love for the Canadians tonight. J-Mac with a black and red, and Justin with a red and white. Let's see if we can call it any new paint schemes. Hayden out there looking pretty good in his Stanton. 49er. We have scissor blades out here with that paint scheme. I can't tell what it says on the side. I'll have to take a look at that when it's on track. Metallic with that Budweiser. Let's take a look at Lucky's Menards. Sky with his. That looks pretty darn good, I gotta say. We got Axe out there looking great. Aries, thank you so much for the cheers. I really appreciate it. That is so kind. Looking for it. Yeah, Aries, next season, I'm not sure when the next season will start, but it should be pretty cool. We do have a couple other leagues that are going to be in between that, but we'll see what happens. It will definitely be happening, though. Looks like we are just getting everyone set to get going to qualifying. 49er, they have 3 laps to get going and put in those fastest times. Like I was saying early, though, these NASCAR drivers, Hayden Salmons, Lucky, we have a couple of them that run out in the NASCAR leagues with us. These guys are used to taking that first turn pretty wide. Same with some other parts of the track. It's not a huge deal to do that on NASCAR at all. However, on this game, you will dirty your lap and you will start in the back. So they really have to make sure that they can get those clean laps in.
Well, as much as they are familiar with this track, with NASCAR, and I'm sure they understand, the difference between those cars and these cars, but even saying experience is the best teacher, just one little slip and the most experienced person can end up going from first to sixth, seventh. I mean, we've seen so many tracks where they've raced on it before, they're familiar with it, and then one little mistake, and then all of a sudden it's a whole different race. So, anything could happen today.
I mean, it's very true. It's very true. Just when you think you have everything going and you're running smooth, I mean, if you have a guy in front of you that messes up, your day could very well be over. The damage is on. We've had it on all season, but it can get pretty tricky. If you're not paying attention and you go through a turn, that can easily mess you up also. So a lot of concentration for these guys. They have to keep that consistency. If they don't, that could very well end their night on multiple levels of reasons. But Aries says, what other leagues do you have going? Anything he can jump into? Right now we just have F1 and the Indy. Soon we should have NASCAR coming out, and then a possible multi-class. So we'll see what happens. But That's what should be coming up pretty shortly. We have another one that joined the lobby. Dion has joined. That makes 12 people, and this should be the field. "49er, who do you see winning tonight?" I have to ask.
I see any one of the 12 cars winning tonight.
You see what?
I see any one of the 12 cars having a chance to win.
It is true, and I don't know who. I just placed a bet. I'm not going to say who it is, but I did place a bet. But it really could be anyone.
On the screen, can't we?
I mean, you can. I wasn't going to tell you, though, because I wanted to see what you were going to say. But, yeah, I mean, it's a very popular track, so anyone really has a chance.
Yeah. And, you know, I mean, okay. You've got the points leader, and with his partner, you know, that Canadian, Canada, you've got those two guys. I would pick either one of them. Metallica's got a shot. Lucky 21, because he's familiar with this track. Skyland, he's proven to be in the mix on any track. So has Axe. So, you know, and then, you know, let's pick a dark horse. Scissors.
It's true. And Scissors has tracks where he is super strong at, so pretty much anyone has a chance. I've heard from a couple of people from their times and what they're running for this track. So I think we're going to see, once again, the same few front runners up front once again. Sky, we're going to see up there. J-Mac, we're going to see up there. Axe, Justin, Metallica. It's going to be a great front pack, and we'll see some great racing.
Yeah. And, you know, I mean, they're only going on one, you know, most of them will probably do one pit stop since it's 22 laps. So that could play into it too. You know, when are you going to go in? Are the obvious front runners going to go in, you know, try to stretch it out? Are the guys that are, you know, maybe going to be in the middle, are they going to follow their lead? Are they going to do their own thing? You know, I mean, it's a crazy race. And last week we saw, you know, what Pitts did, you know, 1 minute, I believe, who went into the pits, and then I think it was, who came in second last week? I didn't write it down.
Oh, geez. Yeah, who did come in second? Wasn't it J-Mac?
Yes, J-Mac. So, you know, between him and Sky last week, they go in at different times. One's trying to get to the start-finish line before the other one comes out, and then vice versa. And then,
Ready up,
you know,
49er.
Third and fourth place is, I mean, it could be anybody's race. I mean, I hate this track, but it's so intense and unpredictable that, I mean, I almost wish I was racing in it, but no, I'm just kidding.
It's cool. I did a couple of laps, and like I said, they were doing 129s, 130s. I was running like a 132, so I'm like far off. I'm pretty far off, but these guys are just so, I mean, I'll probably see them running away from me in a distance. But these guys are really, really good. And this is the type of track that you really have to be confident in what you're doing. The bus stop is a great example. You have to just throw your car in there. I am very conservative, and I'm not too sure about going through there yet, so I lose a lot of time going through there. But these guys can really throw their car around in there and keep it clean even. So huge props to them on that. It'll be cool to watch some racing through there. They're gonna have to watch it when they're racing through there. It can get pretty tricky. Hopefully we won't see any cars being damaged and going off track, but we've seen it all season. Anything is possible.
Yep.
All right, 49er, we are going to qualifying here at the Glen. Like I said, 3 laps to get what they need to do. Make sure it's clean.
What?
It's acting goofy. Huge black screen. Here we go.
There we go.
We're getting there after some technical difficulties. We see Leaf Justin out front at the moment. This is obviously just going to be a warm-up lap. These guys are ghosted out, as they are every week. It allows them to just make sure they run the line that they need to, not have to worry about wrecking into anybody. Just get that fastest line you can. You see Justin going through that carousel. He's coming up around the boot. I know he has talked about running his times. He has gotten a lot faster throughout the week practicing here. He's not exactly as most confident going through this part of the track, so that's going to be it's going to be something he has to battle with throughout the night to make sure that he can get the fastest lap time that he possibly can. Let's take a look at rookie Axe, who we've seen on the podium several times. And I think that if he joins us for another season, we will definitely see him out there getting a win. This guy's been very consistent, very fast all season long, and I see him improving on a weekly basis, which is really cool to watch. All right, we are completing lap 1. Now is the time where we're going to see those times really show up, and we'll see what they can get and who will be on pole. You see J-Mac already coming back up there. This is the championship winner. He has secured that spot. Even if he didn't show up tonight, he would still definitely secure it. So this is his championship. Congratulations to him. All right, let's take a look at Scissor Blades going through that bus stop. You see he's got quite the crowd in front of him. I think we're going to see a lot of this racing tonight. Like I said, everyone knows this track, so they're very familiar with it. We will have some spacing, I guarantee, maybe a few packs out there. But as far as the beginning goes, I think that they're going to stay pretty well together. Niner, who are you looking at right now?
Well, the camera's on Justin, but I have it set up so I can see the best lap. Do you see who has the best lap?
Let me take a look here. Best lap so far. We have the Sky out there. Oh, well, look at that. It just changed as I said that. It looks like it's Leaf Justin with a 1:30.1. We still do have another lap, guys. This is the final lap to get the fastest you can. Good for Justin, because I can tell you, before this, him and I were talking, and he was not exactly the most confident in winning tonight. But if he can keep up a consistent lap time like that and keep it on the track, man, you can see, oh, J-Mac having a rough time out here. Spins out during qualifying. Definitely not something that he wants to see. I know that he rushed home. Could be getting some of those jitters out. You know how crazy it is when you're rushing around trying to get everything done. Very curious to see who will come home with the pole tonight. We have Stanton Drums directly behind Axe, and I believe we saw the same thing last week in qualifying. Stanton and Axe right next to each other the whole qualifying run, if I remember correctly. All right, we have some guys crossing over the line, so we'll get to see what these lap times are looking like. We see Dion pulled over on the side.
1:29. Oh my God.
Best lap goes to Justin so far. Let's get everyone across, but it goes 1:29.9. This guy is flying. That practice he's put in today has definitely paid off. Great job to Justin.
Absolutely.
He definitely has to be happy with his qualifying run. Led both laps as far as qualifying time goes. 1:29 is definitely on par with the fastest that we're going to see out here tonight. So, it's going to be great racing. Crazy, crazy. So if you guys want to get those bets in, please do it now because I will be shutting them down. Aries, earlier, hopefully you're still there. The leagues. We will have NASCAR coming up and possibly a multi-class league. So that should be coming up. But for now, what we currently have running is obviously the IndyCar and the F1 season, who will be going in, I do believe, the third race on next Saturday. All right, after this qualifying run, how do you think the field's looking tonight, 49er?
I'm just, thoroughly impressed with the lap time that Justin ran, 1:29. I don't want to take anything away from that because it still could be anybody's race, but he set himself up to be in the perfect position because, with all the turns and the way this race goes or can go, being in front is where you want to be. You don't want to get caught in the middle or in the back with all that, with anything bad that happens. So Justin put himself right where he needs to be.
Absolutely. And all of these guys, look, they all have a clean lap. Great job to these guys tonight. I think this is one of the only times that we have seen an entire field get a clean lap. So kudos to these guys. We have Justin on pole with a 1:29.9. He is the only one to get in the 1:29s. I do believe we have Axe, who is in second with a 1:30.3. We have Sky with a 1:30.4. J-Mac with a 1:30.6. Man, a lot of close times out here. So it's going to be great seeing these guys out there. Let's take a look and sort that. So we have third, Skyland, J-Mac in fourth, Stanton Drums in fifth, Lucky in sixth, Scissor Blaze in seventh, Metallica in eighth, Hayden Salmons in ninth, Modder Fodder, who did not qualify, he will be in 10th. And I do believe I saw Dion out there that was pulled on over. Dion, he will be in the back of the field. Modder Fodder will be in for Duke tonight. Duke had to miss tonight. That's a shame to see. This Duke is one of the guys that is getting faster every week, so it was cool to watch him grow race-wise because he was newer to Forza. So that was hate to see him miss tonight.
Oh boy.
All right, last call to get those bets in. I got mine in, so we're good to go with that one. I do want to announce, I talked about earlier, 2 years for Shake and Bake. It's been around for 2 years, so I want to do a little something to celebrate Shake and Bake. And so I did a $20 gift card for someone who won in the club. And to announce that winner, it is AJ Gamer. So I will be putting that out in the club, but congratulations to AJ Gamer. He will be receiving that gift card later.
Congratulations.
All right, Justin is getting all the settings, making sure everything is good to go. These guys will be readying up, and we'll get moving on 22 laps here at the Glen. 3.37 miles, and like I said, you saw the lap times right there. I think we're going to see a lot of 1:30s. Justin out there with the only 1:29.9. We'll see if he can continue that throughout the race. We're going to have to watch that bus stop and the carousel going through there. These guys, like I said, if you go through there more than one car at a time, it does get pretty tough. They're going to have to watch that. 49er out there with the shake and bake. Let's go over the point standings for the team. I haven't really gone over that, but this is the point of the race where J-Mac, yeah, I said it, he won the championship, but we still have a race for the championship for a team. Racing A Racing, they have 348 points. Not too far behind them, we have SDM Racing that holds Metallica and Sky. They have 307 points with J-Mac and Justin that are in the lead. Team Slice and Dice are currently third in points with 223. Barbron Chevrolet Racing is in fourth with 188 points. BS Racing is in fifth with 122 points. Redline Motorsports, 109 points. They are in sixth place at the moment. Lucky Tron Racing is in seventh with 84 points. Stanton Drums, representing me, myself, and I, he has 54 points. He is in 8th place. Team Underdog is in 9th with 44 points. And Redneck Racing, they're in 10th with 43 points. So we still have a race with that 49er, and also a lot of these drivers are close in points. So the points race for all these drivers is definitely not over yet.
No, not even, and even if you're, unfortunately, you're in the middle of the points for teams, you're still out there trying to represent and drive as best you can to, represent your team. So, whether you're in first or whether your team's in first or whether your team's, unfortunately in last, you're still going to drive your, the wheels off to try to represent, and all it's going to do is make you get better for next season. So
absolutely. Looks like we are all ready to go, so as soon as we get moving, we will be live here for the penultimate race at the Glen. I'm excited, and I'm a little sad. It's bittersweet. These seasons are always a lot of fun, 49er, but man, I hate to see it come to an end.
Yeah, they start off in the first race, and you're like, oh wow, and then they get just better and better, and different things happen, and newbies come up and start making their presence known and everything, and before you know it, you're like, there's only 2 races left, and you're standing there going, wait, what? What?
Where'd it go? It's too fast. And here we go.
Yep, I always miss the season when it's over, because I have nothing to do on Mondays. Why does that car keep popping up?
I don't know, and I'm having like a paint scheme issue where everyone's paint schemes are inside each other. It's weird.
Yeah, I had the same thing.
Weird. Yeah. All right. First car we have on pole, Leaf Justin. He is out there racing for Racing A Racing in the number 24 car. In second, we have rookie Team Slice and Dice in the number 17 car. In third, we have Sky running the number 4 car for SDM Racing. In fourth, we have the J-Mac Attack in the number 34 car for Racing A Racing. He is also the championship winner out here. In fifth, we have Stanton Drums. He is racing for Me, Myself, and I in the number 1 car. In sixth, we have Lucky 2115 in the number 21 car, racing for Lucky Tron Racing. And 49er, go ahead and take it away for number 7.
Number 7, we have Scissor Blades driving in the number 5 car, representing Team Slice and Dice. In 8th place, we have It's Metallica, part of that SDM Racing, driving the number 12 car. Excuse me. In 9th place, Hayden Salmons driving the number 15. I gotta say it, Frozen, part of that Redneck Racing. In 10th place, we have Dion for Dub, part of that Redline Motorsports, driving the number 42. In 11th place, we have Mr. Modder Fodder driving for Duke the Rebel, who is representing, Barbron Racing, and that is our field for.
We're having some issues already. I don't know if you're catching this, 49er, but I could hear Lucky over the radio. He says that he shifted out of gear, which caused a backup. Modder Fodder was involved. Dion was involved. I don't know if these guys have any damage, but a simple mistake
Yeah, I saw it.
can be such a huge thing.
Yes, and this. Hopefully, this. Well, I'm just gonna say it. This is not going to be any kind of sign of how the race is gonna go. Let's just say, because Halloween is this week, that they just wanted to add some drama because there's only 2 races left. So let's just go with that.
There was mass confusion. Lucky just straight shifted out of gear. Didn't mean to. He has a lot of damage going on here. He got hit in the rear. Scissor Blades was wondering why he stopped. But there you have it. That explains it. They are going to go ahead and allow these guys to pit. Scissors does have a lot of damage in that front end of his Indy car. So they will be allowed to pit. Interesting night already.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You don't want to say what else can go wrong, even though I just said it, but I think it's just the guys are just anxious to get going because they know that there's still something on the line for everybody, and then there's only 2 laps left. I mean,
Right.
2 races left. Laps.
I knew what you meant. Penultimate race, guys. There's a lot on the line. A lot of guys that are really close in points. 2nd and 3rd place. Super close in points. We have Sky with 154 points. Metallica with 153. Every position matters. The more positions they can gain, they could bypass the next guy. Axe, he's in 4th with 141 points. Justin, 134 points in 5th place. Like I said, everything counts. So these guys are going to go for those positions, definitely.
Absolutely. Even though the championship has already been decided, you're still, as a driver, I know if I was out there, I would still be racing for points, position, and pride. I'm still going to go out there and try to do the best I can. And the points still go towards the team championship. So, you still got something to race for.
Definitely. All right, looks like these guys are ready to go. So once we get around the final turn, Justin will lead them off. And we will go green for the rest of the, hopefully, the rest of the race. But we are on lap 2. That would count as the first caution.
As they get closer to the final turns before the start finish, what's your prediction on the first turn?
First turn is going to be really, really important, and we've had an issue. We've talked about it several times, but an issue going into the first turn. Everyone is going for position, and it gets really backed up, and things can happen. So as long as they watch out for that, and also the bus stop, another tricky spot. If they can watch out for that and make it through there, once these guys start getting spread out through the field, I think they'll be going green from there, but we just have to make it past those 2 tricky spots. All right, Justin, these guys are going past this final turn. He will be leading them off. It'll be on his countdown, and we'll be going green. Green, green, green. Here we go. Penultimate race at the Glen. Axe gets a fantastic start right next to Justin. Does not let him go. We're going into the first turn. These guys are looking okay. A lot of communication going on over the race channel. Axe in 2nd. Metallica in 3rd. Stanton Drums in 4th. Looking good so far. Stanton going off the track just a little bit. They're going to have to watch that going into these turns. What are you watching, 49er?
I'm kind of hanging out back here in the back because I wanted to make sure everybody got through the first turn. I'm riding with Modder Fodder right now, who's currently in 10th place. Like I said, just making sure everybody gets through this first lap, trying to bring up the rear and see how things are going from back here.
I saw a person go off track. I'm not sure who that was or why it happened, but they are back on track. Everything seems pretty smooth so far. Let's take a look at the leader. Leaf Justin out here looking very confident in his driving. A lot of practice today, and it's definitely paying off. We have second of Axe doing a great job out there. Metallica in third, gained a position off of Stanton Drums, who is currently in fourth.
There's some good racing going on back here, Frozen. I'm watching J-Mac currently in fifth, battling Stanton, who used to be in fourth, and J-Mac has taken the position. J-Mac now in fourth place.
I heard a quick chatter from Stanton Drums, who said he messed up just a tiny bit, and that allowed J-Mac to quickly take over that position. We have Stanton, J-Mac, Lucky, all in this group. I think I see Sky back there also. A lot of smoke from these guys pushing those brakes.
Yeah, and as we said earlier, all it takes is the littlest mistake, and it could cause, I mean, it's still early in the race, but, you know, if you're concentrating on trying to do the things you need to do, so now you got to worry about somebody, like J-Mac coming up on you. So a little mistake and you lose a position just like that. But it's still early, so it's anybody's race still.
It is. We're only on lap 4 of 24. We're heading into lap 5 shortly, but these guys are looking great. And I've seen a couple of slip-ups so far, but it hasn't seemed to really affect anybody just yet. So hopefully they can keep that consistency going out there. But let's take a look at the leader, Justin. This guy is putting some space in between him and second place of Axe. About 200 feet in between them, but look who is behind Axe. We have Metallica, who is just all over him, giving him a challenge. Side by side, they're going into that turn. Metallica has the, great pass from Metallica. He takes over second place. Axe takes over third. That fight between them gave a little bit more space between Justin and Metallica. They were at a 200-foot gap. Now he has opened that up to about 300 right when that happened. Not too far behind Metallica, we have Axe. In fourth, we have J-Mac, who has moved up in position. He is catching that front pack. Stanton Drums falling back just a little bit. All right, 49er, who are you watching
Look
right
at
now?
the gap.
I know.
I'm riding with Axe, and I was just going to tell you, look at the gap, how much the gap has closed between Metallica and Justin.
You're right. Absolutely. That is crazy. It's going to be putting the pressure on Justin. He is catching up to him. He is not letting him get away. Justin is going to have to pull some moves, either defend that spot or possibly, it's early in the race, will he let him go by without too much trouble? I guarantee if that was Metallica, he'd be putting up just a little bit of a fight going into this. He wants all the points that he can get, and he is really good at defending that spot. Justin in the same position, though. He really wants those points. I know a couple of races he wasn't happy with his finish, but tonight he is looking very strong.
Yeah, I'm watching J-Mac now. If you look at the map, first, second, third, and fourth have started to open up a little bit of a gap between them and the rest of the pack.
Absolutely. We kind of seems that we have this front pack out here, and Stanton Drums caught in the middle of these two packs, one in the front and then one in the back. Looks like he might have Sky directly behind him, so these guys are in a little pack by themselves, and then Lucky looks like he's starting a whole other pack leading this backpack.
Okay.
Let's take a look at these guys. We have Lucky Scissor Blades. After Scissor Blades, we have Hayden Salmons, which was our driver of the week. Lucky getting a little loose coming off that turn. Manages to hold on to it. We have Modder Fodder in 10th, Dion in 11th. What are you watching, 49er?
Get up. Get up to Metallica.
He is all over Justin, putting the pressure on him. He's looking any which way he can, seeing when he can make a move. Let's ride in car with Metallica.
And I know you can relate to this because you're a very good driver. When you're up front, especially if you're racing in a like a tournament, which you guys do every once in a while, or a race like this, when you're in front, you're trying to focus on your turns and, easing off going in and accelerating at the right time coming out and everything. And now you've got, somebody who's a very good driver behind you. So now you've got to try to look at your gauges and make sure you do everything right and look behind you to make sure because now you got another fight on your hands. So what do you think Justin's focusing on?
Man, right now I know he is looking in his rear view and seeing Metallica right there, but he just has to focus on his lines, and Metallica makes his presence known. If he's there, you will definitely know it, but Justin just cannot let that get to him right now. I was looking though, 49er. J-Mac had a little bit of an issue with Axe. J-Mac currently passed Axe and is in 3rd. But when I put my camera on them, Axe had slowed down quite a bit. I'm not sure what happened, but J-Mac almost hit the rear end of him if he didn't. He very well could have, but he got past him, is in 3rd. No damage. Let's check on Axe, make sure he's doing all right. No damage for him either. But a very close call for those two.
Yes, and while you were telling us, me and the viewers about that, Metallica made a little bit of a mistake going into turn 1, took it really wide, and that has enabled Justin to put some distance between the two of them. But, again, as we've pointed out, they're driving hard, they're racing hard, they're trying to get positions, but we're only on lap 8 of 24, so you don't want to burn it all out now.
And tonight's race is not about fuel. Tonight's race is more about tire wear. You can go one pit stop tonight. I do believe most everybody will do one pit stop. Some of them already had to go into pit already, but that was at the very beginning. Leaf Justin off into the grass, hits the wall. That allows Metallica to overtake him. He's in 1st right now. Justin in 2nd. Crazy. I'm kind of wondering. I'm hoping Justin didn't get any damage from that. He's got 1% engine damage. I'm not even sure that he will feel any effect from that. But definitely something that he did not want to see going into that turn.
Yeah, and again, like we said, it early in the race or not, one little mistake, it's not a damaging thing as far as where it happens in the race, but still, if you're trying to hold onto position, especially first, to make it easier on yourself, to keep yourself from all this stuff that could happen in the back. I mean, I can't even talk about it.
I'm watching Axe right now. He is currently in 5th. He had a very strong qualifying run, so I'm kind of surprised to see him fall back to 5th. Not sure what has happened to him, but he has given away several spots tonight. I know that is something that he does not want to see. Hopefully he can make his way back through the field, but at the moment he's got Stan Drums knocking on his door. Another car that is wanting to get past him. Will he be able to hold him off? We'll have to find out.
Yep, and I'm showing some love to some of the cars in the middle and in the back. I'm watching Skyline right now is currently in 4th, trying to keep the distance the same, not gain too much, but not lose too much. Oh, wow. Looks like J-Mac may have gone hard on the brakes going into turn 1, and Skyline gained some ground on him, but, you know, it's still a battle. It's still anybody's race. Skyline is driving his ass off.
He is.
Your extreme just went PG-13.
And as soon as you talked about Sky, I heard him over the radio communicate saying, man, I like that lap time. So he's very happy with how he's running right now, and hopefully can keep that consistency going, gaining a few more spots. But J-Mac, this is a guy who has the championship. He is just out here wanting to get hopefully another win. But now is the time where he can just have fun with it. Just go out there and race to race, which is a great feeling. That is a great feeling to have a championship and just know that you can just go out there and have fun.
Yeah, absolutely. There's no pressure. You still want to do good because, like we've been saying, the beginning of the race, that there's still the points championship to be decided. But as far as the drivers championship, yeah, all you got to do is just cruise. There's no pressure whatsoever.
Absolutely. And looking at Sky's time, I can tell why he was impressed with his lap time. A 1:28.6, I do believe it was. Guy was absolutely flying. We see a Dion pulling off the track for leader Metallica, allowing him to go by. So that did not hold him up whatsoever. We have Justin still currently in second, about 100 feet behind, and J-Mac making his way up to third place, about 800 feet behind Justin. Metallica making his way through that bus stop, looking very, very confident going through that. It is something that these guys have to do. They need to get that speed. You can gain a lot of time going through there, which also means you can lose a lot of time. So you have to throw your car in there and be very confident about it. Let's take a look at Lucky, who is in 7th place. He's about 1,000 feet behind 6 of Stanton Drums. We have Scissor Blaze all over the back part of his car. He goes into the wall right there. I'm surprised Scissors wasn't able to get right by him on that, but he is still behind him in 8th place. Very, very close call for Lucky. Goes super wide going through that turn. It seems like he is struggling a lot tonight. Scissor Blaze just doing everything he can to knock it in the back of him. We have 49er.
Skyline. I was watching Skyline as he moved up on J-Mac, and I don't know if J-Mac just, because of, the status that J-Mac's in, if he took the turn wrong or if he just let him go to not cause any accidents because, Skyline had a run on him, but Skyline blew past him, and now Skyline is currently in 3rd place. J-Mac has dropped back to 4th.
J-Mac did a lot of driving to get up there. Same with Sky. These guys are very fast, very competitive, and it is really fun to watch these guys go head to head. Absolutely. Justin still out there in 2nd, Sky in 3rd, J-Mac in 4th, and we still have Metallica out there as your leader. Justin has not let him go. He is just all over him and not too far behind. We have Sky and J-Mac. These guys very, very close. It's going to be a heck of a race. Lap 12 of 24. We are officially halfway, guys. Metallica goes just a little bit into the grass. That could have been very bad right there. He was able to hold on to it, and he's coming up on lap traffic. Modder fodder. Drive this in car with Justin at the moment. Metallica goes into pit. Your new leader will be Leaf Justin. In 2nd, we have Sky. 3rd, Metallica, who is in the pits, so that will be going further back. J-Mac is in the pits also. I see him moving back there. It's going to be interesting, too, to see when these guys pit and how it affects where they come out. We saw it last week, and we've seen it a lot this season. His strategies, it's a huge thing. When you go in, how many times you go in. Tonight's not going to be a huge deal with how many times you go in because you can get by with only one. Modern Fodder pulls out of the way for Leaf Justin to get on by. I'm curious if Justin will go in this time around.
Skyland's gained quite a bit of ground on Justin.
Oh, look at him. He's all over him, putting the pressure on him. Like I said, I'm curious if he will go in. Sky goes on the right side of him. He is going in the inside. Justin on the outside takes that super wide. That'll probably give Sky the preferred line, and there he is. He is your new leader. But I'll tell you what, his tires have to be screaming at him. 91% tire wear. You know he is struggling. These guys have to go in.
And there he goes.
And there they go. Your top two guys right there going in for a pit stop, Sky and Justin. Let's take a look at Lucky. That brings him up to third. I want to take a look at his tires. He's around 71%, so he's looking all right. He'll stay out there for at least another lap. Let's take a look at Scissor Blades. He goes into pit. Looks like a lot of these guys have decided to go into pit. Lucky stays out. He is your new leader. We have Sky coming out in second, about 4,000 feet behind. Justin in third, about 5,000 feet behind. Let's take a look at these guys coming out of pits.
Oh, there goes Metallica.
Metallica passes them right as they were getting out of pits. This guy's about 600 feet behind. Metallica, great move on his part going in when he did, but we'll see how it lasts him. His tires will be worn just a little bit more than these other guys, so how will it affect the end? Will Metallica be able to hold them off? Lucky will have to go in, so Metallica will be your new leader. Sky and Justin will be in second and third. It looks like J-Mac squeezes way in between them. Close battle for third, fourth, and fifth. These are a group of guys that for the last couple of seasons, they've always been running together. They're always in a pack. Same with Metallica. These guys very familiar with racing against each other, and that's no different tonight. J-Mac touching the wall just a little bit. He was probably like, man, you just had to call me out because I heard him in chat say, nobody saw that.
That's what you think.
I know, poor guy. Pair Edits, hi, how are ya? Hope you're doing well tonight. Let's take a look at Axe, who's fallen back to 7th after a great qualifying run tonight. It's such a shame to see him fall back. Hopefully he can make his way up through the field. Stanton Drums directly in front of him in 5th. Lucky went into pit, so he is out there in 7th. Hayden Salmons in 9th. He was your driver spotlight for the night. He's about 5,000 feet behind Scissors and about 4,000 feet in front of 10th place Modder Fodder. This guy, he's got the whole track to himself at the moment, able to run clean lines and just worry about getting that fast time.
Do you recall, Frozen, if Stanton has gone into the pits yet? Because he is currently in 5th place.
He has about 81% fuel, so that tells me he went in possibly before Metallica. Let's take a look at Metallica and see. Yeah, he had to go in possibly before Metallica or around the same time. So he should be able to make his way through the rest of the race tonight without pitting again. But I'm wondering how that's going to affect him later on in the race. He's going to have the same issue Metallica does, tire wear. These guys are running a little bit newer tires than Metallica and Stanton, so how's that going to affect him at the end of the race?
J-Mac making moves on the back door of Skyline.
He's definitely putting the pressure going into that turn on Skyline. He's just waiting for the moment to pass him and make a move. I have a feeling that's going to be happening quite shortly. Let's take a look at this battle. He is right behind him. Lap 16 of 24. Gains some time going on Skyline and coming into the turn. Loses a little bit. Oh, takes a peek on the inside. A close call between him and Sky. They keep it clean. Good to go. We are getting ready to enter lap 17 of 24. Only a handful of laps left. Mr. Ware 29, thank you so much for the follow. I really appreciate it. Hope you're enjoying the race tonight. These top 5 guys are just really, really close together. Not a lot of space. There is a little bit of space between them, but there is not a lot. I mean, any of these moves can be made at any time. You can see it here on the map. We have about 3 different packs, and then a couple of guys out just on their own, but that front pack, there is a lot of them, and they're really close together. Like I said, a move can be made at any time. Who are you watching right now, 49er?
I just came back here to see how Stanton Drums is doing, currently in 5th place. Doing, I mean, he's in a good position right now. He's definitely, you know, having a good race, top 5. He's got a little bit of distance between him and the first through 4. As I say that, I look behind him, and
look who's behind him.
Axe is closing in on him.
He is, and Stanton was on the radio saying, I wish you would just go away. He's feeling the pressure out there. Axe is making his presence known. Axe, like I said earlier, he had that great qualifying run. I believe coming in 2nd for the qualifying. He has since fallen back just a little bit. Let's see if he can make a move on Stanton before the night is over. He is currently in 6th. Stanton Drums running a solid race, currently in 5th. Let's take a look at our pole sitter, Leaf Justin. He is directly behind 3rd place and also champion and teammate J-Mac Attack. These guys are running very close together. Both trying to make their moves up to the front. All 4 of these guys, man, I want to say it. You could cover them with a blanket. I mean, they're just getting really, really close. The racing here is incredible. Anything can happen. 18 of 24. We still got a few laps to make some magic happen. Right now, Metallica, who is currently in 1st, he is wanting to defend that and just make sure he brings it home. He wants that win tonight. Also, the same story is true for the rest of these guys. They all want this win. He's going to have his work cut out for him, 49er.
Frozen, I don't know if you've noticed it, but we've got a little bit of a team battle going on here, because 1st and 2nd are part of the SDM racing, and 3rd and 4th are part of that Racing A racing. So that just adds to this, because if I'm not mistaken, they are 1st and 2nd in the team points.
Absolutely, you are correct. Racing A racing, 348 points in 1st. They are currently sitting in 3rd and 4th. SDM Racing in 2nd in team standings with 307. They are P1 and P2 right now, so it's going to be very, very close. These guys are fighting for those team spots. So, yeah, good looking out there, 49er.
Just adds to the, I mean, it just makes it that much more. I mean, the race itself is interesting, but now you've got teammates in first and second, battling teammates in third and fourth. You know, the championship for the driver is decided, but now these guys, like I said, we said at the beginning of the race, you still got the team points to fight for, and this is just proving it right now. They're battling out there, trying to represent their teams.
Absolutely, and not only that, 49er. Individual driver points. We have Sky currently 154 in second place. Metallica directly behind him. Their teammates, he's 153 in points and currently in third.
Oh.
So we have a battle for not only the team points, but we have a battle for driver points, and everyone is so close together. Very cool to watch how these guys are playing this out. It's going to be a huge mix in points. Metallica, he will take over that second place spot if he can win here tonight, but his teammate Sky is looking to do the same and keep that second place points. Either way, if they can finish 1-2, it's going to be a huge help to the point standings for a team championship.
It's a different plot at every turn. I mean, this race couldn't get any better. I thought I saw Skyland thinking about making a move. Oh, as he takes that turn. Whoa!
Metallica going through the grass. Sky loses just a little bit of time going through there. It seems like these guys are really feeling the heat going into lap 20 of 24. Very tight racing, 49er.
Absolutely. This is amazing. I mean, these guys are just, I mean, I would much rather watch this again than watch the race at Martinsville that was on yesterday.
Second, third, and fourth. A huge, huge battle. J-Mac all over the bumper of Sky earlier, wanting to make a move, and he's got his teammate Justin right behind him. If these guys can make it past and separate these teammates of Sky and Metallica, it's going to be very, very close on what they can do. All right, since these guys hit 21, no more cautions. We have hit 21, so this is it. You make a mistake, there's nothing else we could do.
Any race chatter? Yeah,
there is
any driver chatter? Or?
There is driver chatter, but right now it's just we have a little bit of chatter with Modder Fodder talking to another driver, tell him where he is. Lucky, same thing with him. The rest of it is just talking about no more cautions.
Justin hit Modder.
Man, back on track Justin goes. That must have been who Modder Fodder was talking to. That ends Justin's hope for a win tonight or bettering his position. He is about to get past, gets past by Axe and Stanton Drums, takes over 6th place. A heartbreaker for Justin tonight. We're back with your leader, Metallica, who has Sky behind him and J-Mac in third. Lap 21 of 24, getting ready to head on into 22. I want to go back and take a look at Justin, see if he's got damage. He is very damaged,
sure
49er. A lot of damage to this guy.
He's struggling to keep that car. Absolutely. He's struggling to make the turns.
He's going to have to go in. Just a heartbreaker for him tonight. He came out here, captured pole, had a strong, consistent run today. And just one slip of a turn, and it is all over.
Yep. And
I can hear the frustration in his voice.
Oh, yeah. And, you know, Modder was trying to, you know, let everybody know where he was. And Justin caught him right as they were going into the little, I think you call it the bus stop. Justin caught him right as he was going into it because Modder was in the grass, but his nose was sticking out, and Justin hit him.
It's just one of those things. Final few laps, and there's just nothing you can do about it. No cautions couldn't come out, so this is it, guys. Metallica is still holding off Sky. In fact, it looks like he's losing him just a little bit. So Metallica might be your winner tonight if he can hold everyone off. Sky is about 300 feet, and J-Mac, what happened to J-Mac? He has fallen back in third. No damage.
Back.
Yeah, no damage for him, but I'm thinking some kind of mistake has happened, but he is currently in third. Stanton Drums about 1,000 feet behind him, so that should not be an issue. The real battle here is up front in P1, P2 of Metallica and Sky, teammates for SDM Racing. Sky still holding out that fastest lap of 1:28.6. Incredible speed.
Okay, Frozen. So you and I are teammates, and you're ahead of me in points by 1, and I'm behind, and you're behind me. What do you do?
I mean, obviously these guys are teammates, but they're also competitors. Each one of these guys want to win, and they are going to understand if they are going to fight for it. Metallica is not going to pull over for Sky. Sky is not going to pull over for Metallica. They're both going to go for it. The issue is they have to be clean about it. We see Sky all over Metallica, putting the pressure on him. He is looking to make a move. Lap 23. This is it, guys. We're coming around the final few turns. Who is going to win? This is going to be an exciting finish here. Metallica looking to defend it. Final few turns, guys. What is going to happen? Sky trying to make a look on the inside. Metallica has the preferred line going into this turn. He's going to hold him off. Can he do it? A couple of more turns. Metallica might get this win, but man, I'll tell you what, Sky is going to fight for it. Teammates or not, it is all about this win. Coming around the turn, Metallica looks like he's going to have it. Gets a little bit loose. Too wide. Look at this finish. What an incredible finish. Who won it? 49er.
Skyland.
Okay. That was insanely close. Incredible end. Sky pulls it off right at the line. Sky is your winner. Congratulations. What a heck of a finish at the Glen here tonight. Incredible. Look at these guys driving side by side. Great racing. Cannot wait to hear the driver interviews tonight. Absolutely incredible racing. Flow Dog yells, "That's my boy."
That was crazy.
I wish I had replay. I really do, because that was just insane. Sky just pulling that off right at the line. J-Mac, our championship leader, our championship winner, I should say, finishing off the podium here. Justin having a hard run. Axe pulling off a 4th. Man, just crazy race here.
Yeah. Not, we want to celebrate the great race. Teammates, first and second. At the same time, it's you got to feel for Justin, because he was,
Absolutely.
They were right there, and just one mistake. We've been saying it all night. Oh, here goes the burnout.
Burn it down, Sky. Burn it down. Absolutely incredible. I hope you guys enjoyed that finish. That has to be the closest finish we've had for the IndyCar series. Absolutely incredible. And
yes,
Sky, go ahead.
We knew it was good. No, go ahead.
I was just going to say Sky is second in points, and this win tonight is just going to give him that much more of a padding going into the final race at Yas Marina.
Yeah. So, well, I'm sure we'll figure out the points later on, because I don't know how all that works. But it's exactly like you said, your teammates, but you're still racing your own race. You're racing for your own points. They were only separated by one, him and Metallica. Whoa, what was that? So, yeah. Metallica put up a fight, but Skyland made the right move at the right time. I took a clip of it. I can't wait to watch it.
Just incredible. And as Ari says, back-to-back wins for Sky. I was...
Whoa, what the hell?
You saw that too, I would assume. That was a little crazy. That was a little crazy. All right, we already have Sky in the lobby here with us. Same with Metallica. We just need to get J-Mac here. Man, I'll tell you what. Incredible finish, you two. Incredible finish. Just great job all around. Let me see if I can get J-Mac in here. Oh, and there he is. All right. Sky, you won, right? I mean, it was so close.
I think. Did I win? I'm really not sure.
That was a photo finish. It's something that I would have to go back and watch. But from what I saw, you did win it by just a tiny pinky finger. Absolutely incredible finish. So congratulations to you. We'll have to verify this after. But for now, that's what it looked like on video. But take me through those final laps, Guy.
Well, a lot of the race, basically since the pit stop, I was half trying to catch up to Metallica and half trying to make very sure that J-Mac and Justin stayed behind me. Because in my mind, I'm still thinking about the team points.
Right.
So, if Metallica's out sailing, if I catch him, if I don't, that's not a huge deal. But I need to make sure that I don't fall behind the other two, doubly so that they don't get a shot at him. So for most of that final stint, I'm just watching my mirror and trying to make sure that they don't get by me. Bless J-Mac with his patience. When I got out of shape in the bus stop, he didn't run me over, and he definitely could have. But then, Justin had his mishap passing a lap car, and J-Mac, he'll tell you all about what happened to him. I don't really know. I just know he dropped back a couple 100 feet. So I had some breathing room, and I'm thinking, okay, let's at least make this interesting. So I ran him down as best I could, which apparently was good enough. I didn't know if it was going to be. And then I'm trying to race him for the win, but also be very, very sure to not run over my teammate, not cause a wreck.
Right.
I don't want to cost us both positions. I don't want to cost him a win because I screwed up. Nothing like that. So three turns to go, I got into the back of him, and I nailed the brakes, checked up really bad because I did not want to hit him hard. I didn't want to hit him at all. And then coming down to the last turn, I knew I was better than him in those last two because every lap I gained a ton on him through there. And coming off the last turn, he was way slowed up. I don't know if I think he spun the tires for a second or something. And so I took the lane and just left my figurative foot in it. And I guess it was enough.
I mean, it was so close. Absolutely incredible. And I was curious if you were even going to be able to do it. But, man, I'll tell you what, those final two turns, like you said, yeah, that's what put the nail in the coffin there. Great job.
I just watched the clip that I made of it. You beat him by a front wing.
Jesus. I don't know if the replay would have gotten that, but I hope somebody got the replay and wasn't stupid like me, because that would be a great photo to have.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. It was, like I said, I do believe that is the closest finish we've ever had in the IndyCar League. Very cool to see. But you guys ran a heck of a race, and back-to-back wins for you, Sky. Definitely going to help pad you in your second place point standings and help you guys out in those team standings. So great job to you tonight.
Thank you. Hopefully we can see if we can yank that team championship from Team Canada over there. I think it would mean quite a bit to me and Metallica. And Metallica, good job, dude, considering how you were complaining about how off the pace you were this morning. That's a lot of progress.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, great job, Skyland. Congratulations on the win. And now Got to do my intro. What up, Noggle? So the first thing I want to know, because Skyline kind of alluded to it, coming off the final turn as you guys are headed down the front stretch to the start finish line, you went a little inside and hit the rumble strips, and then you came out far outside, almost up against the wall, and looks like you lost some ground. What happened?
My tires were 90%.
Oh, that'll do it.
And we talked about that
That's what I
earlier in the
said.
race too, 49er tires. He went in
Yes, we did.
before those other guys, so we were wondering if that was going to affect the end of the race. But man, I'll tell you what, great race. But continue on, 49er.
Yeah, but as fast as Metallica was driving, I mean, I wasn't keeping track, excuse me, of the tire wear because you were moving and you went in one lap ahead of everybody else. That was your strategy, right?
We'll see. This morning was the first time I ran, and I ran 7 laps. Then before the race, I ran like 5. So I had like 12 laps of practice in total. So I had no strategy. All I knew was like what Scallon was gonna do, which there's no way I could do. And yeah, he could not do that. So I basically just tried to run Justin down, and I did. And I got by him. Then as soon as I did, my tires went to. So I had to pit early.
Like I said,
and then I tried to save like the last run, and then I went 1 lap too early, I guess. And he could have like punted me all the way because I blocked the bleep out of him like in the last lap.
Yeah, you did. Yeah,
So he
you
should
did.
have
But you
punted
guys
me.
kept it clean, though. You guys kept it clean, and I'm impressed with how well you drove that car with 90% tire wear.
Yeah, no, those were clean blocks too. It wasn't like you chopped my nose or anything. Those were completely clean blocks.
Frozen and I were noticing that it was a kind of like a team race as well, because you and Skyline were in first. J-Mac and Justin you and Skyline first and second. J-Mac, Justin third and fourth. I know you guys probably weren't paying attention to that, but that just kind of added to it. And just a hell of a race. And how many times did you say you practiced?
2.
Jesus. I wish I could drive like that after 2 practices.
So maybe if I started practicing, I'd actually do better, but I'm not going to
Well,
practice
you know this
'cause
track anyway,
I
because
don't like
you're on
practice.
here a lot, right? I mean, you
I
like
hate
this
this
track, don't
track. No, I hate this track.
Oh.
Earlier,
Well, you drove the
I was
wheels
a
off it,
second
man.
off
You were,
of J-Mac and Justin. So.
yeah, you hauling ass, dude. I'm just gonna say
And I
this
did
is a
see the team
PG-13.
thing. So I was hoping that Scallon was going to like Dale Earnhardt it for me, and, like block them if he had to. So
you guys were starting to open up a pretty, there was enough space in between the 4 of you where somebody had to make like a huge mistake, in order for, something like for them to get past both of you. Somebody had to screw up really bad. But like I was saying, you drove a hell of a race for 90% tire wear. You were hauling ass. Your pit strategy worked because when you went in, by the time they came out, you went right past them. So it worked out really well for you. So, you need to teach me how to do that.
And Scallon needs to teach me how to save better.
I can do that, but
Well,
you
great
have to
job.
practice to do that.
That's true. That's
Well,
true.
congratulations on the finish, both of you. Metallica, great job. Frozen,
Thanks, local. Good job, Scallon.
take it away, Frozen.
First
We're
one,
both
two
from,
since
we
Magello.
both live in Kentucky, so it's actually a team win.
Oh my God.
All right, we have J-Mac, our championship winner, out here. I talked to him last week. He was saying, it's just nice to clinch the championship, and now I can just race for fun. Were you feeling any pressure at all, J-Mac? I saw you making your way up through the field in the front part of the race, and stayed out there the whole time. So, were you out there? Did you feel like it was for fun, or did you feel some pressure still?
Well, wrecking myself for the second straight season at this track isn't a whole lot of fun, but that was, oh, I don't know. I'm kind of salty after this one. Just circumstances. I got like 44 laps in last night, so I guess I can't brag about only getting 12, but you know, I didn't get any today. I could have actually built on what I finally found late.
Is that what
But
happened to you in the final part
I
of
was
the
slow
race?
as hell last night. Last night when I was trying to, when I was driving, I was like running mid-30s, and then finally, like the last run, I figured out what I was doing wrong, and I really wish I could have built on that today, but circumstances didn't let me, and honestly, I wasn't that bad in the race. It didn't take that long to get up there. Skyline was definitely faster than I was, but it wasn't as big of a gap as I was afraid it was gonna be. And that fight, I probably had the best coming out of off of pit road laps I've ever had. I've had this season, definitely, because usually I'm terrible the first few laps, and I got out there and I got around Justin with kind of a sketchy move on his outside through the S's, which is definitely not a passing zone, but I felt like it was go time, and I got up to Skyline, and I was kind of holding the same pace, and he made that mistake in the bus stop, and that got me to him. I didn't really have any choice but to either stop or run over him, so I mean, that's not his fault either. I made enough mistakes in the bus stop that, you know, I can't really be mad about that or anything, but I was there with him, and it seemed like he was kind of cooking the car, so I thought I could maybe push him into a mistake, and going in the left-hander, exiting the boot back onto the NASCAR track, I kind of stuck my nose under him, and I didn't call it, and he kind of forced me down onto the curb, and I lost a whole lot of ground that I couldn't make up, which again, that's not his fault. I didn't call my line, and we're racing. But
Right.
that kind of set me back, and then they kind of started getting to racing a little bit, and I was inching my way back up there, and then I was just going through the S's. I clipped the curb and
Oh,
got
no.
9 times out of 10 I saved that, and I did not, and I went for a little loop-de-loop. That was very frustrating. Season 1, this place was my favorite track, and right now it is quickly becoming one of my lesser favorite tracks.
I mean,
It is
from,
what it is.
From how you looked out there, you still look pretty damn good, though, I gotta say. For someone, I'm surprised to hear, like, the frustration from it. It's just a strong podium finish, and you looked really good out there. We missed that on camera, so I didn't get to see that, but everything else that I saw from you tonight, you just looked really good out there, and it was fun watching all you guys. I mean, the top 5 were very, very close out there racing for a long time, so great job on that podium. And I gotta say, for all of you guys, how do you feel about Yas Marina, the final race of the season?
Well, I almost beat Ferrari there last year, so I'd say my odds are
I
pretty
remember.
good.
I'll be interested to see it. It was a great race last season, so I cannot wait to see you guys out there next week. All right. Anyone else have anything else to say before we shut it down for tonight?
I'm winning next week.
Oh, well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Metallica
I
out
can
there
live with
for the
that.
win.
Not.
Oh, okay. Flow Dog, J-Mac does always look good. Geez. Now he says he's 11 out of 10 on a sexy scale. I didn't read that next part. Leave it to Flow Dog, I swear. That guy. You guys crack
Thank
me
you,
up.
Flo.
Yes, I know. I'm not saying anything else. I'll get myself in trouble. All right. Well, great race tonight. Incredible finish. If you guys missed it, definitely I will make a clip of it, because it's just one of those things that you just do not want to miss. I think it is the closest finish that we've had in the IndyCar series. So great racing tonight, and I am very much looking forward to the final race at Yas Marina.
Absolutely. I've watched this replay at least 3 times already. Unfortunately, being the non-technical person or technological person that I am, I can see the front end of Metallica's car and I can see all of Skyland's car because he was the one I was watching. But the race map is over Metallica's car, but I can still see the front end. And like I said, Skyland got him by like anything from the front tires forward, maybe even a
Crazy.
mirror. But
Absolutely
I mean,
crazy.
it was close.
Heck yeah. Great finish, guys. But congratulations on your win,
Absolutely.
Sky. A great race and good job on the podium, guys. And like I said, look forward to next week. But that's it from here tonight. Tomorrow we will be back on Forza. I think we're doing some tag racing. I could be wrong. We'll have to double check that, but it should be a lot of fun at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Wednesday, probably be on some NASCAR, same with Thursday. But like I said, next week, Yas Marina final race. I hope to see you guys there. Until then, I hope you guys have a great night.
Yes, I hope everybody enjoyed the race. Hope everybody has a good night. Congratulations to Skyland, Metallica, and J-Mac on a great race. And I got to give a shout out. I got to show some love to Justin because that was just, yeah, that was so unfortunate.
Tough race for him tonight, definitely. But we are out of here tonight, 49er. Great time with you in the booth once again, and we'll be back together next week.
I can't wait. It's the last one. I'm so glad we had this time together. Just
I don't
to
even
have
know
a
what
laugh
song
and
that
watch
is.
a great race. That's the, well, you're too young to know, so I'm not telling you.
Oh.
Because then that'll just show my age.
Aw, we love you, 49er. All right.
All right, good night,
guys.
everybody.
Good night.